Monsters do have their place. In the zoo, in your nightmares, in the deep, in your favorite horror movies. But not in your living room, on your TV. Don't let pay TV be the monster in your living room. Pay TV and cable TV companies are seeking the right to charge you for the very programs you now get free. If you want to stop pay TV and save free television, sign the petition in the lobby of this theater. Let your lawmakers know how you feel in the fight against pay TV and cable TV.
Custom Underground Podcast, episode number 12.
12. What's up,
so
everybody?
Awesome that we're already at number 12. I am the real chosen one, and this is my colleague, the Mad Reaper. And boy, I say this every week, but do we have a show planned for you? Breaking news. We are going to announce the first entrance into season 2 professional tournament, and it is CAW 5150 Carlos Katana, who happens to be our guest today on the show. Imagine that, how it all works out.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're really starting to get a lot of exposure thanks to you, the contestants from the first season, and we're really starting to grow it into the second. So I remember the days when it was so tough to fill up the first season, and now we're here. So yeah, we're really excited for next season. We're really excited for this season. We'll be going over the brackets in a little bit, but yeah, first and foremost,
also, more breaking news later in the episode.
Yep.
So stay tuned. Don't tune us out, or you'll regret it. Just really quickly, Carlos is kind of a big deal down in Mexico. He's won a lot of tournaments. We're going to see a trophy that he has won, an amazing trophy, a big trophy, a huge trophy. No, I'm just kidding. But it is a really nice trophy, and we're going to see that, as well as he makes figures for luchadors, which is really cool. There's a whole different atmosphere down there in Mexico than there is here. I wish we had some of that here, because I think it's a really cool thing. And I can't wait for you guys to hear from him. So let's just get to it. Here we go.
Here's my friend. Here is the greatest Carlos Quintana from Mexico.
What's up, Carlos?
He said hi.
Yeah, so this is awesome, man. I'm a big fan of yours too. You guys got great work. You do great work, man. So we're excited.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, he said thank you for
awesome.
Asking for the invitation for your podcast.
Yeah, awesome. It's been a long time coming. So we got a couple questions. We'll shoot off and go ahead, Pat.
How long have you been customizing?
Okay, he said that he has 6 years in this business, in this great hobby. This is his first figure. It's
Man,
it's called Sin Cara.
That's awesome.
That's very nice. Well, that takes care of the second question, which is, what was your first custom? What does he have a process with custom? Something that he looks for, like the chin, the eyes, or how does he go about customizing?
His process is all about he has a studio or a first look to the character or the luchador in this case.
Nice.
Okay, once he studied him, he search or look for a body type of his character, and he used it like like a base to make it.
Nice, nice. So what does he prefer to make it with the Mattel Elites, or does he prefer like what brand of figures does he like to use most? Because I know he's done a lot in different figures. I know there's a clown behind too that's in a bigger scale. So like which kind of his is his favorite format?
Good question.
Yeah.
Okay, he said that he likes uh, more to make or do figures like in this size because it's more easily or more notorious the details can he make.
Yeah.
You see it, his work is so impressive, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, easier to do the
That
details
makes a
when the
lot of
figure's
sense.
bigger. That's cool. So what is his
Let's be
what's his proudest moment in customizing? Like I know in Mexico down there that you guys have like a bunch of custom tournaments, which is something that we don't have in the U.S. But how does the process of one of those go? Is it like do you make the customs in advance, or is it like you guys all make the customs at the same time, or how does that kind of go down there?
okay. CAW say that in a hobby or like a hobby in our country, but when he goes to a contest or yeah contest,
Yeah.
well, all of or the majority of the customizers are or work with the luchadores with our wrestlers, and well the figures like this are like something that the luchadores asked for the artist.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Very
Okay.
cool. So like, is there a toy company down there in Mexico that does figures for the promotions, like for CMLL or AAA, like or is it pretty much customizers that are making the figures of the luchadors?
Okay, he said that here in Mexico we don't have something like a toy mark or a bigger enterprise to make these toys in Mexico. That's the reason, or yeah, the reason to the customizer to start in making his own toys like this because you can't get one of these if you don't get one with a customizer. I mean, or he mean that you can go at toy shop and get one figure of Mexican luchador.
Okay, cool. So what's his process for making the packaging? I've always liked the packaging, and I'm someone who makes packages myself too. So like, I think it just adds a degree of professionalism to the figures. But what is Carlos's process for creating the packaging? Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, he said that he reused or recycling, I think.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
I say that?
reused. Yeah,
He,
reused.
he reused the original packages of other figures, but the this part, the paper, I think
Yeah,
the
is it like a paper that
his
he?
sound
Okay.
he make his own design, but he reused this part like the plastic or the package, but he personalized the image. The
That's
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. So does
you
he
can see
glue a new image on top of the cardboard, or is it like painted, or how?
is it's an impression and also have a little bit of sticker.
Oh wow. Okay. That's great. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Does he,
also you can see the autographs or the
Yeah, I
signs
seen
of
that.
Mexican
S-
luchadores.
that's awesome.
He, well, this is a personal ad. He knows a lot of luchadores in person. He works with with they, and also he has a friendship with all of the luchadores that he knows.
Wow.
that's really cool.
That's
Is
awesome.
there one particular custom that maybe he's a little bit prouder of, or that he did something special with that stands out? Or, I mean, obviously he loves them all because it's very great work. But is there one that stands out to him?
Okay, he said that he's a lot. He loves this. His favorite. This is his favorite figure, and it's called Drago.
Drago.
Yeah,
Drago, I love.
this figure give him the first place in a contest,
That's a
and
beautiful figure.
yeah, in my personal opinion, that's so impressive. This his trophy, and it's really cool too.
Wow.
You can see the luchador with the customized
Oh, with the luchador holding the
and,
figure.
and the pencil. Yeah, it's really
That's awesome.
That is
versatile.
very cool.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I
That's
think
cool.
that the detail that Carlos making his figures, it's so impressive. You can look, you
Yeah, it's
can have a
amazing.
see of this this figure and all of him and all of them, and it's so impressive.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's very
It's
impressive.
very impressive.
That's an awesome Drago. I've never seen that one before.
That is very awesome. Please relate that we are huge fans of his. We've checked out his work on Instagram, and we really admire his work.
Thank you very much. He appreciate that you love that you appreciate his work.
Awesome. Great. Well, we appreciate you guys taking the time out of you, both of you, and joining us here for this for our podcast.
Okay,
Gracias.
thank you very much. Gracias de nada
Thank you.
for the invitation. But we have our Carlos wants to show more of his work to you, and is particularly one of them.
Yes, please. Yeah,
So
that'd be
Okay.
awesome.
he also make a figure of Ramses. I don't know if you see the movie of Nacho Libre,
I have.
and
Yes.
Ramses, and also he met him in person, and he asked for him for this figure, or
Wow.
he looked hard to search him for this figure.
That's amazing.
That is very impressive.
This is Taurus, one of his favorite figure too. You can see the detail, the the little bugs in his bread.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Can I see the Pentagon? I want to check out the Pentagon. That's my favorite. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, he said that this is the unique pentagon, and the day that he signed this figure, Pentagon was so excited and impressed for this work, but there's a lot of people who wants to see it too, so he can see it with, with a good time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So is that the Perostil Mall like 3-pack?
Yeah, he said that he packed it
That's
towns and all of these, all of his figures, he's he packed it. This is another one of the clown corp.
wow.
Uh,
Oh. I could sit here all day and look at his work.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's awesome. So do customs go for a expensive price down there in Mexico, or how do wrestlers? I mean, I see a lot of wrestlers buying customs down there too. So, like, what's the market like over there compared to like U.S.?
He said that the price depends on the
Complexity, difficulty.
complexity
Yeah,
to make the characters.
that's awesome. Who's his hardest one to make?
Well, he said that yeah, that's a little bit expensive because the materials that he used are obviously a good stuff.
Good quality, yeah.
What was the question that you have?
It was what's the most difficult one to make?
Once he said that once it was Drago.
Drago,
And
yeah, that's
you can see the work in that figure. And another one was the Dr. Wagner.
oh man,
That Dr. Wagner was, oh
that is
yeah,
amazing.
that's
Also
amazing.
have design. And yeah, he said that it was a difficult one.
Yeah, that's
Does he have a favorite luchador?
What?
Does he have a favorite wrestler?
From Mexico,
yeah, from Mexico,
the Clown Corp,
That's cool. What about U.S. then? What about WWE?
the Undertaker.
Undertaker, nice.
All right.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
that's a good choice.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah, that always be his favorite or his favorite luchador, and the Undertaker always be his favorite wrestler.
That's awesome. Good choices.
Excellent choices. And thank you very much for coming on our show today. We really appreciate that.
Yes, and thank you for translating. We really appreciate it.
Carlos said that thank you to you to make the invitation, and thank you for have a look of his work.
Awesome. Yeah, no, thank you guys. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, and I appreciate that you choose the Mexican work or the Mexican artisans like Carlos, because I think that we have a lot of how can I say this
Talented.
talented people here in Mexico, but Carlos are the number one. You can see it.
He's got the trophy to prove it. We're very excited. Yeah, we really appreciate the talent too down in Mexico. And my favorite wrestlers are luchadors, so I relate more with Mexican wrestlers than I do with the U.S. wrestlers. So absolutely.
Which is not obvious by the mask.
What?
I said,
He was making fun of my mask.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's really cool.
Great. Well, we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and see you.
Yep. See ya. Bye.
welcome back to the Custom Underground podcast. What an interview. What a great guy. We just want to say thank you to the translator that was there for us. He did a really great job.
Absolutely.
Fun-loving guys. I said this during the interview, and I mean it. I could sit there all day and look at the action figures that he's created. They're works of art, and he's an amazing talent, and I can't believe that he's going to be on season 2. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, he's been someone who was really, we've been waiting to get on the show. I feel like he's kind of like my Mexican counterpart, so it's really cool. I'm a big fan of his work too, and we went over the packaging, and yeah, like Pat, just to reiterate it, in Mexico it's like a big deal. Like it's actually looked at like an art. So like there's custom contests and tournaments, and kind of like what we're doing here. That will lead me to my next point. So like the whole plan originally, Custom Underground had started as we were talking. Pat and I, we were friends and talking about different customs, and then talk about customs and different wrestlers, and I thought that it would be a really cool idea if we could kind of revitalize the community like wrestling figs, and Pat's very photogenic, very talkative. He's great. In the areas that I'm not. So we're like, let's do this and
That
let's
is,
do it.
I just want to briefly interrupt you. It
Absolutely.
is amazing that two people came together like this, and in every place where I'm not as strong, that's where he's stronger, and every place that he's not as strong, I'm stronger there.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. It came together so well. Like a lot of behind the scenes stuff, the technical stuff, he takes care of that, and it's amazing. And then, like you said, I'm more of the talker on here, and he's more of the professional customizer from that aspect. So it's just
Yeah.
great how
Absolutely.
we've meshed together.
It's a
I'm
great
impressed.
chemistry, and I mean that was our goal, to really help elevate the customizers and really spread awareness to a lot of you in the tournament, and hopefully this is something that we keep going forward. I know we got multiple seasons already planned out, so we really appreciate the response. And that being said, it
We are
turns out,
always turning.
yeah, we got some big surprises, and that being said, that the fans have really appreciated too. So I know we mentioned earlier that Showstopper had wanted to up the original. So the way it being worked out is Pat originally got all the trophies, and those weren't cheap, and so we were gonna get the gift card, and Ringside doesn't have a gift card, so it's kind of like a cash pot. Showstopper comes in, wants to add $50, so that puts us up at 200. And now, Patrick, go ahead, break the news.
Thanks to a mystery donor, the new cash total is $300.
Yeah, $300.
Amazing. Thank you to our mystery donor. We appreciate you very much. Thank you to the fans who believe in this enough to do things like that. This is why we do it, for the fans, and we really want to bring, like we said earlier, a community together, and I think things couldn't be going better at this point. $300 to the winner. That is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and the good part is, I mean, he's not a mystery to us. He just wishes to remain anonymous, and really he wanted to help incentivize. He's seen all the hard work all of you guys were doing, and was a fan too. So and a customer. So we really wanted to, yeah,
get full money.
Yeah, we really just wanted to up the pot. So he sent over another 100. So now the pot's up to 300. So the winner, the grand prize winner, will be getting $300, which is a significant double the amount of the original pot, which is really cool. And you still get a trophy. Actually, this round we'll be handing out 2 trophies, one for each of them, and I still love the design of the Reaper Cup. I know Pat was like the Mexican design, which is really badass. But we got some treats in store for future seasons. So we're really excited. Yeah, we can't be more happy. Not only for us, but for you guys as well, because we see all the hard work that's getting put in. And yeah, go ahead.
Check this one out. Read what that says.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I know, I want that. I need
for cup.
I need to put it where Connor's at back there.
There you go. That would be awesome. Briefly, yeah, things are going amazing. And not only do we have things planned for the professionals for season 2, but we have a whole thing planned for the amateurs. We won't get into details till we're closer to the date, but we have some amazing things planned for them. Sort of mix things up, make an exciting show for them too. And I think you're going to want to tune in for that too. But we'll get back into that when we get closer to the end of the professionals season 2. Sign up will be January 1st through the 15th.
Yep.
And as weeks come up, like we did today, we will slowly announce the roster of people that we have signed and get you excited, because big things are happening.
Yeah, we went off the air last week after we finished recording and ended up actually talking for like an extra hour, and we started talking about future seasons. So we came up with some really great ideas that we think you guys are going to like, and they're really under wraps right now. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of this tournament. I actually have up our updated bracket.
Let me just go really quickly to this picture that I popped up. This is not a Jack's head, as I originally exclaimed and thought. This is actually a Cesaro head with modded Triple H hair. And I just want to give the NWF a shout out. because I think that's really cool. I just assumed it was a jackhead because it's so good, looks so much like him,
So
and
much like him.
yeah, and to take different pieces like that and be able to put that together, I just thought he deserved a little props. We apologize for the Skingate controversy, but it does bring up an important point, which is what we have to go off of is your pictures. So make sure they're as clear. And even he said if he had the time, he would have put it in more natural light. So it's just one of those things that popped up. So be careful in your pictures. Shadows can play a part. And things would have ended up the same way anyway, so it didn't end up mattering. But mad props to this head because I assumed it was a Jack's head. It was so good. And we just wanted to give shout outs to the NWF.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the NWF was one of the guys that I reached out to. We had a couple spots left in the tournament, and I was a big fan. I feel like he's my British counterpart. I know I've been saying that a lot, but I really like the work he does, and he's a big McGregor fan, or he's got a McGregor custom. So, yeah, I mean, what an amazing custom. As Pat said, Dog Crack absolutely knocked it out of the park with New Jack, and it's so tough to go up against that. That being said, please, you guys, come back in the comeback round. You guys still got a chance. We announced that in our social media channels. Pat did. So now what was our 7 way is open to the latest tournaments, turning it into an effective possible 10 way. We're not sure yet if everyone's going to be competing, but chances are they will be, and that will pretty much be your one shot at redemption to come in as a dark horse and take the money.
9 confirmed, and the other one is currently working on his what he wants to do. Biondo is doing Sable, which is amazing. That's going to be good. Ross Davis taking on Tony Storm, so an up-and-comer. That's going to be good. Will how do you say his last name? I don't want to mispronounce it.
Joins.
Will Joins.
I think if I just messed that up, correct me too. It's Joins, I think. Yeah.
Doing a fantasy Japanese luchador. So that's I'm excited to see what he comes up with. He has a pretty creative mind, so that's going to be good. Luke Scott is doing, if I can read my own writing. Oh, yeah. He's doing a Nightmare on Elm Street, Alexa Bliss.
That's cool. That's very cool.
That'll be cool. Dale Durham is doing a fantasy attire, so we'll see about that. Ian Hinoso is doing Ember Moon. I'm very excited about that.
I like her. Yeah, I mean... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. Now that you said that, we were talking about before. There's a lot of female wrestlers, and one popped in my head to make. I was thinking Luna would be really cool to see. I like luchadoras, but the fans need to also like the figures too. I'm sure for voting, since their vote will play a big part in this. And then I thought that girl that fought in the WWF against Alundra Blaze. I know her from FMW. She's a bigger chick. She had green hair. She's just mean. She had face paint. If one of you guys know who I'm talking about, comment below. Tell us. Her name slips me right now, but she's a badass. And she was in WWF against Alundra Blaze and kind of had a rival. They were two chicks way above their time. Ahead of their time. Same with Chyna, who is another legend. So we're really excited. We're really digging these customs coming out.
ECW Figure Fed is doing Stacy Keibler.
Ooh.
Indicated it may be the Dudleyville version.
Ooh, I like that.
That is very good. And NWF is doing Tony Storm. So we got two people doing Tony Storm, which is interesting. I also like that girl from NXT, the UFC fighter with the braids.
Oh, yeah. I don't know her name, but I've seen her wrestle a couple times. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I forget her name escapes me right now because we're on air, and of course it would escape me. But no, she's really cool too. There's a lot of great females, so this is a great list. I'm very excited to see these some talented wrestlers. I think it's going to be a hard decision for the judges and the fans to decide because only one gets to advance, and we have possibly 10 contestants, for sure 9. So it is going to be tight.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, with 10 wrestlers on this, would it not be, I don't know, I'm thinking out loud here and I'm kind of ambushing Pat too with this. So I was like, would it not be interesting to have them blind? Like, we put them 10 in a lineup, like old police style, and we figure out which one's the best one without really knowing who made who. I don't know, maybe. Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah. Comment below. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, so moving on to
Facebook on social media. Tell us what you think.
our tournament. I'm sharing my screen right now. Boom.
Excellent. I'm very excited for our matchups. We've already had final matchups in the first round, the second round. I mean, Rocca Jabroni versus Starvos, NWF versus Dogcrack. These are things that could have been final matches. They weren't. Now we have Rocca Jabroni versus Dogcrack and Lonely Bone Dust versus XIV Elite.
Yes, it's very exciting.
XIV Elite on several social medias has told us that he understands he needs to bring it and that he fully plans on bringing it. So that is encouraging news.
And yeah, I mean, and I felt really bad afterwards. But I knew that I think Jordan would take it right and know that I meant the best in it because he is superbly talented, and I think that if he just took his time more, that Spike Dudley would have been an amazing custom, and it was a great base. So really looking forward to it. I'm already liking what I'm seeing, and it's always a good thing. Like right away when he sent some pictures of Spike, I knew it was Spike, and when he sent some pictures of this one coming up, I knew who it was. So we're really excited. That's always down a good track. I'm excited to see who the rest of you guys are doing. We probably won't reveal it until like the week before, but this is something where, you know, the more I think about it, like the rest in peace type of thing, we're really excited for it because there's a lot of wrestlers that never even had figures made, and we're looking forward to seeing, you know, how creative and out of the box a lot of you guys can be. So yeah, we're really excited. I'll stop sharing the screen here, but the last thing I will say is that these two boxes
versus Dogcrack.
Yeah.
Lonely Bone Dust versus Elite. I am so excited. I can't wait to see some work in progress pictures. So please send some immediately.
And
we're like kids in a candy factory.
And the winners of those matchups are going to be the champions for each division. On the left, we're going to have the champion for the Professional Reaper Cup, and then on the right, the champion for the Amateur Reaper Cup. So we're really excited. Moving forward, this thing's almost done. That being said, you guys have, and I will reaffirmate this, November 12th at 11:59 p.m. is when our judging will be, or, you know, when you guys will have to hand them in. So
that for the professionals, and the women's is due November 5th at 11:59.
Yep, November, yep. Is it 5th? Yeah, 5th at 11:59. So we're really excited. And on that note, you know, we're going to be pacing it out for the final, the ultimate finale, to be December 10th. So that being said, we're still looking at options on how we can do this live. We kind of want it to be a big extravaganza, a big celebration of everyone involved, everyone who's voted, everyone who's participated, everyone who's liked this Custom Underground tournament for season 1. We're really excited about the turnout, and we want to make this grand finale one worthy of being a season finale. This is like going to be our Ultima Lucha Uno, I guess. So I will stop sharing my screen.
Of many to come. We have many seasons planned, lots of different things. I want to give a shout out to Showstopper, who likes to spitball ideas with us, brainstorm. He's an amazing mind and some great ideas. Mad Reaper and I are always thinking about this way more than we probably should, and we always have ideas spinning, so you never know what's coming. And also, in Season 2, just because we let you back in Season 1 doesn't mean that's going to happen in Season 2. So,
right.
In Season 2, we're going to mix things up every season, different things, different customizers. We've announced the first one, CAW 5150. Check him out on Instagram. He has some amazing work, as you saw in our interview today. Support him. We're trying to truly make this a worldwide tournament. We appreciate the Mexican talent. Certainly, any more Mexican talent that sees us wants to join in our. We'd love to have you. Talent from anywhere. We want to bring as much talent around the world to our community, the Custom Underground, and really build up something special, which everyone in season one has very much contributed to. We couldn't have ever asked for better talent, and we're very appreciative of each and every one of you for believing in us in our first season. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and that being said, talk about Showstopper. He's actually also the most requested next episode. So hopefully, or in a future episode, Showstopper. I hope that we can figure that out. I know Pat's eager at it too, and it'd be cool to have you on the show. I mean, people are suggesting it, and I think it'd be really cool to have our last judge on it, leading into the final weeks of round 3. Right, round 3, yeah. So, yeah. That being said, let's go ahead and just do a brief wrap up. This episode will be shorter than normal. It is so far, and yeah. Let's do any final news. I guess any final breaking news. Going on in the world.
$300 new pot. We have announced CAW 5150 as our first entrance into season 2. Also, I want to take a moment and just give out props to WWE for a great pay-per-view. Mad Reaper was there live.
Yeah.
We often harp on the WWE, so when they did something so well, and also the follow-up Raw, I thought that we should just give them a little props.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a blast, and to be honest, I wasn't looking forward to it at the first lineup. I mean, I was looking forward to it, but I was like, this is going to be what it is, you know?
AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. That's
an
amazing.
Awesome fight. Awesome match. I mean, I do wish that Angle would have been in a singlet. It would have been cool if Angle was in a singlet, but
well, I think they were trying to get that nostalgia with the gear and everything, but
yeah. It was still very cool.
It's gonna come back, but it turned out really good. I feel like the fans got the moment that they wanted. So
yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I might be, there was a gap between when I stopped watching wrestling and now coming back, but having Lucha Underground as my kind of meter. Did WWE stop doing chair shots to the head, or was that because of the lawsuit?
That's because the chair shots to the head were causing concussions, and so probably partially due to the lawsuit, and partially they've been trying to phase that out because of the concussions. So. Yeah,
that's interesting. I mean, it totally makes sense because that's way less dangerous. But I mean, I was wondering why everyone's like doing chair shots to the belly. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, belly in the back. That's the prime targets, and the old days of ECW are gone, unfortunately. But
it was still pretty cool though to see. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we want our wrestlers to live long lives, so cool.
We do not want you to become part of our Rest in Peace series that people can do fake of.
No, yeah, please don't. So that being said, we got kind of a way that we're tossing around a couple of scenarios for the final round, and we're just gonna run a couple by you guys and want your guys' input. So let's go with 2 scenarios. If it is 1, a wrestling theme, what would you want the theme to be? And then 2, if it was a specific wrestler. We're going to have both. Ideally, it'd be pretty cool to have both the finalists do the same figure so we can really get an accurate gauge on
all
finalists. Who's better.
3.
So, on all 3. Yeah, 3. So, if it was a wrestler, who would you say is the toughest wrestler to customize? If everyone had to do the same person, line those up, you could tell who is the most talented. Yesterday, I've been really tossing my head. Showstopper asked me this last week. I was really stuck because I was like, well, Pentagon would be cool, but I've already done Pentagon. So second to that would be Vampiro, but I've already done Vampiro, and I don't really want to have you guys do a custom that I've already done. That being said, I did think of some crazy ones. But I think I should hold those. But there are some weird ones that haven't been made yet, and I was like, man, these would be great figures that would really test these guys' ability to see who's the best.
It's got those wheels turning, which is a plus and a minus for you guys because he and I have some crazy, crazy ideas, which make the show very exciting, but also challenging at times.
Yeah, and we're excited. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. We'll probably do another Instagram story or something, and let you guys chime in. But yeah, we really appreciate the feedback from round 2. There was a lot of engagement, and hopefully round 3 will even be more. Even though our talent pool gets smaller, hopefully our participation and exposure gets bigger. So, what were you gonna say, Pat?
Also, comments on anything you'd like to see on the show. I know ECW, Figure Fed's giving us some good ideas. Anything you'd like to see on the show, people you'd like to see on the show, topics you'd like discussed, perhaps customizers you'd like to see in our contest.
Yeah,
Things like that. Comment below. Hit us up on social media, Instant Messenger. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We have a page. We're on YouTube. We're so hit us up somewhere. Give us comments on things that you'd like to see, people you'd like to see, possibly people in this contest that you know that are great, and we'll do our best to address each and every one of those issues. As always, it's been a pleasure. The pleasure is all ours. We love each and every one of you. Good night.
absolutely. Good night. See you guys later.